Stepped on the scene, dripped in saline. Whole crew shining, call me Mr. Clean. Came in from the back, walked right to the front. Dancing to the music, smoking on the. Got the women smiling, punk grilling me, looking all dusty. Black Force energy, I don't even drink, but the team pop bottles. Not here for the beef, but the Glock holds hollows. Think I'm cocky, but I think I'm worse. In this flexing like a Mr. Universe.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Earl Spence activates his rematch clause with Terrence Bud Crawford. G, what's your reaction to that?
All right. Yo, this is tough, man, because I salute the man for being a warrior. But, yo, man, I'm being honest. It's weird because I only seen in recent history 2 fighters that I felt like got completely dominated. And I was like, one was Wilder with Fury in part 2. And this one right here, where it was just like, yo, I've never seen a man get beat up like this. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Spence, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, listen, I don't want to count my man out. I really don't. But yo, he got spanked, son. He got spanked. So it's like, don't do this to yourself, man. I think you should respect yourself, respect your family, and just sit this out, and it's fine. I don't think the boxing world will clown Spence in any way. You know what I mean? But I understand his warrior spirit. Just he needs to get his get back. But that's a tall glass, man. That's a tall order. I don't know, man. And listen, I still see Derrick James in my mind when he was just holding them gloves, like, yo, you must be cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't believe that TC had that type of power. So I don't know, man. Salute to Spence, man. I don't think he should do it, at least not right now. I think spend some time, take some time off first, then get a little tune-up, maybe 2 fights to kind of prepare you for TC, because going from that beating, like, you went from 2 car accidents, inactivity, to then a fight with TC, got completely dominated, and now you want to just run it right back and do that same thing over again? Man, listen, yo, this sounds like some Rocky movie type stuff. This ain't Hollywood, though. Like, you could really, really get hurt. He sounded like he's losing his faculty. So I don't think
he sounds like he's losing his fans.
No, not fans. I said his faculty. It's like,
faculty.
Yeah, like his speech, everything. It just seems kind of off. I don't know if he's punch drunk. I don't know what's
teeth. Going on. That's what people are saying. It's his new teeth.
I hope so, because if not, bro, I don't know, man. I think these doctors need to step in and be like, yo, bro, unfortunately, we don't feel comfortable with you going into that ring right now, bro. Like, we seen you get beat up. Like, no Vaseline, bro. It was a no Vaseline situation. Like, I remember Ned was silent, bro. Like, Ned, yo, the fight just ended. Ned got up and ran out my crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ned didn't want no parts. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. And I felt Ned because, after when Wilder guys destroyed and completely dominated against Fury, I got all out my system. I was like, hey, Ned could surprise me now, yo. Even if my favorite fighter loses, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when this happened, I was like, yo, this is bad. But hey, man, I'm just hoping that Spence is smart enough to know that, your fans are gonna still rock with you. So you don't have to commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, G. A lot of his fans were fair weather fans. They're being exposed.
I don't think people doing jump ship though. I don't think
they already have. A lot of people already have jump ship on Earl Spence.
We'll find out when you ask Ned this question.
All right.
I'm joking.
I'm just telling you, bro. Like Dallas, Texas, a lot of people, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, but you gotta understand too.
There's
People
footage out there, bro. I'm telling
hold on,
you.
wait, this is a little different. You gotta understand with that fight, people were betting like thousands of dollars, bro. Like
Yeah.
there's people that lost so much money putting their money on Spence. So I can understand why people are upset. That makes sense. But I don't think people are like, yo, we completely like done with Spence. It's just one of those, it just wasn't his day, man. A bad day at the office. That's all, you
All right.
know. So
All right. I'm from Texas. All right. Dollar bill.
Spence activates rematch clock. Listen, he's probably he's looking at it. All right, look, he's looking at it like, oh, I don't know what's in the boy's heart. I don't really I really don't. Like, I really don't know what's in the boy's heart. If this is how he feel, I don't know. I wasn't there, right? I wasn't gonna there, and I'm sick and tired of people acting like, but no excuses, man. Crawford looked phenomenal. Crawford did everything he was supposed to do. Earl didn't make no excuses. He took it like a man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else made excuses for him. He just said, I wasn't myself that night. The best man won. He wants to try again at 154. If he wants to do it, why not? He's earned that right. Let him get another big payday. You know what I'm saying? If this is going to be his last one, let it be a huge one. We all know that wasn't. All right, I'm not gonna say we all know, right? I'm gonna be objective as much as I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody like hangs on to every word that I say. I can't even kick it like we peoples. You know what I'm saying? Earl looked horrible. Okay, he was started camp at 190. He did everything wrong. That was his fault. Okay, no excuses. It was his fault. He did it wrong. The situation with the car accident, him running from mode 3 and all that, and he ended up getting banged up and all that with the car crashes and all that. That's another thing. He still put himself in the ring and he still fought and he came up short and he lost. He just wants to give himself a better. The craziest thing, right? When I looked at it, is he knew he lost and he accepted his loss better than the people that was rooting for him and people that was rooting against him, right? There was one thing that hit me when he was sitting there with his son, and he was like, "Nah, we can't lose like this, gang. We gotta run it back, gang." You know what I'm saying? That was for his son to let him know, like, yo, like we lose some, yeah, we lost some, but we live to fight again. And when he said to his son, like, nah, man, we got to run that back, gang. For some odd reason, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been through ups and I done had my downs. You know what I'm saying? But I always told my kids, man, like, yo, we going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't see me down, but then that's why my kids, they rock with me and they love me the way they do. Because they see their dad them fight from the bottom. And you know what I'm saying? And crawl his way back to where I am now. So when I see him say that to his son, like, we gotta run this back, gang. Now, even if he loses, I feel that this would be a different Earl. You know what I'm saying? And he would put a better foot forward, not just for him, for his family and for his kids. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Who are we to judge and say who? You know what I'm saying? Been plenty of times we done let other people go in there. This is Earl, and I think he earned another shot. And he gave us this fight. He could have fought anybody else. TC was going to retire if he didn't get this fight. So I think that Earl does deserve another chance at this by giving us this fight that we all wanted so bad. Even though he felt that he wasn't 100%. Even though people, if you're being a real to yourself, when you see him walk before the fight started, you see it in his eyes. He looked like he was on something. He didn't look himself. If we're going to be real, let's just be real. TC is an amazing fighter. He did what he did. But let's just be real. That did not look like Earl going into that fight. And that's on him. There's no excuses in boxing. Like I said before during the show, If you're gonna go in there, you gotta make sure you 100% because nobody cares. But that's all. Like at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, go ahead, man. Go ahead. If you feel like you'll be better at 154, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think TC a real one. TC know like he want the best. He want the best Earl. So I know TC is gonna want to run that back. So I'm not mad.
All right, Ned the T.
Apologize for my rant.
Ned the TBE.
I'm not like he always telling him after a fighter gets behind whoop to go run and hide. Don't entertain the rematch class because they got their behind whoop. And yes, Wilder got his behind whoop. And I said, well, I was like, Wilder, don't even entertain it. And you know, all that the shenanigans he pulled from those fights, and I'm like, it is what it is. We move past it. You know, it's all behind us. But Spence, I feel we've seen Spence and we've seen his craft and we've seen how like he's dominated his fighters in his stable. And I think that night against TC was just a bad night. He didn't look himself. He didn't look like he was pumped. He just looked, I don't know. He just looked drained. But I'm not giving him no excuses. If Spence want to run it back, I'm gonna tell you, Spence, you gotta train, add some tools to your bag, get with some, you know, you've done train with the a lot of the greats. You done been out there. You know what you gotta do. So I just think you need work on your head movement. Stay focused, apply game plan, watch the footage, apply game plan that's gonna work properly for you in this rematch. And maybe you could become out success TC, or at least let it come close. But I wouldn't say don't take some time off. You can't hold a candle to TC, but we'll see in the rematch. So it's already it's already activated, or this is just like a question. Did he activate
He activated it? Yes.
Well, so yeah, so the fight's gonna happen.
Yeah, to me, the question isn't does Earl Spence deserve a rematch, because I think that's evident. He is one of the major reasons why this fight took place. Everyone knows the story, so there's no need to rehash it. Why we had to wait 5 years to see it. I think where there's a question is how big is this rematch going to be, based on how dominant Terrence Crawford was in the first fight. If this was a close fight, I think the world would be wanting to see the rematch, because you believe it's just a matter of Earl getting more rounds in the next fight. But this was dominant, one-sided. I mean, I guess, you can give Earl the first round, and then every other round there was no doubt, and Earl got beat soundly. So to me, the immediate rematch is where I take issue. It's rare that a fighter wins an immediate rematch. To my mind, off the top, the only person I can think of who I saw get knocked out viciously and come back and win the immediate rematch was Lennox Lewis against Hakeem Rockmore. But, it's very rare. You look at even Deontay Wilder, when he got stopped by Tyson Fury in the 7th, he came back in the trilogy and gave an amazing effort, but he still lost. Anthony Joshua Usyk. Now, Anthony Joshua Ruiz is different to me, because Anthony Joshua was winning that fight, and then Ruiz landed a punch when Joshua was going in for the kill. But for Joshua making that mistake, he would have knocked Ruiz out that night too. So with this fight, I feel like what hurts it is there's so many questions. You got people saying Earl Spence has brain trauma. You have people saying he was drugged. You have people saying he was weight drained. I think it would do the fight justice if they restructured the contract, because I know if Earl doesn't take the immediate rematch, then he's going to lose the opportunity to get another crack at TC. But I think they're both cool enough and they respect each other enough that if they both had a fight in between, I think it would actually and Earl Spence looked good in a fight in between, it would give the public more confidence that he's still the same dude. Right now, people are talking about him being drugged. People are talking about him having brain trauma. People are talking about his speech. People are scrutinizing him and saying he's not the same Earl. So we can get a fight in between where he dominates a mediocre opponent and shows that he's still elite, and let TC go fight Tim Tszyu and get that 154-pound strap. When they meet again, the fight will be something to watch. It'll be bigger than I think the immediate rematch would be, because the odds are the person who wins the first fight wins the immediate rematch. And even if they do the immediate rematch, I don't think the numbers are going to be as big as they would be, or they would have been if the fight was competitive. So for me, just from a financial standpoint, I think that, and also for Earl Spence, I feel like, and for TC, because they're both going to go up to 154 for the first time. I think a fight in between would do them both good, because TC can go fight Tim Tszyu, take that strap, and then when him and Earl Spence face each other, it can be for the 154-pound strap, and Earl Spence could shut the public down about he's not the same and all this brain trauma stuff. Now, of course, that comes with risk. One of them can lose. But again, this is the fight game, and everything has risk. So if it was up to me, that's the route I would take. Dollar Bill, you with us? All right. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can check our podcast out on all major services. We are the Boxing Bros.
I feel it in my soul. Can you feel me? My money right. Came so cold in my cell, all them lonely nights. Stay 10 toes. Dirty nights in the